Facebook friends, just giving everyone a chance to chime in. I just wanted to talk to you all briefly about, your ideas. There's so many people that I talk to that got great ideas and great concepts and things that they want to do. Then I also have those entrepreneurial friends that can do so many different things. They have so many different talents, and they always have a new idea. They always have a new goal, something that they want to achieve. And I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you that one, don't be afraid to take a look at that big idea that you know nothing about. Maybe you have an app you want to develop, you don't know how to code. Maybe there's something you want to design, you don't know how to sew or draw or whatever. Don't allow your lack of ability to stop you from learning how to do something new. Don't even let it be about where you came from. So many of us say, well, my mom didn't teach me that, my dad didn't teach me that. Look how much you've learned, in your lifetime that mom and dad didn't teach you, and yet you've picked up on new skills, new opportunities. You were trainable. Every time you took on a new job, they trained you to do something. They trained you to be someone that you weren't before. There's so many things you can do. You have an entire brain, a whole brain that is, logical, that is artistic, that is mathematical. It's all there. Everything that you need is all there. It's just we have to learn how to unlock those parts of ourselves that we don't typically use. We're so used to our routine, and we're so used to sticking by things that we're already good at and strengthening those things, but we don't try to explore other parts of ourselves, or even come into connections with other people who can bring the best out of us. So good teachers are such an important part of our journey. Surround yourself with people who can relate, not to your struggle, but people who can relate to your success. Surround yourself with people who are where you want to be and not where you've been. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter where you've come from. If your parents weren't rich or wealthy, if they weren't entrepreneurs or whatever the case might be, it doesn't matter. Only thing it matters is what do you want to do now. And the best thing you can do really is to focus on one idea and only have one mind about it. You might have all kinds of different ways that you might achieve that goal. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But just have one mind. Say, I'm going to do this. And that's it. There's no if, or if it works out, or if it's going to be good. It's not an if. Nothing is going to work for you. You got to work it. That's just how it is. Make it work. Make it work. And be committed to it. Don't give up. Stay the course. Every day, do something small. Really set the foundation of that promise in your life, those things that you aspire for, and work on it every single day. And I tell you that, whatever it is, if you don't want to take the time to learn about it, you don't want to do it, trust me. So if you don't enjoy learning about these things that you have in your mind, if you want to develop an app and you don't want to take the time to learn a little bit about coding or learn a little bit about technology, it's just an idea. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is really sit down and write a business plan. It's a very powerful thing to do because it's not an idea anymore that's just floating around in your head. It's now a plan of what you're going to do, what you need to do, how much does it cost. And I ask myself that all the time. If the perfect person came up to me and they're ready to invest in me, am I ready? Am I ready for someone to change my life? Am I prepared? Do I know how much to ask for? Do I know how much this idea is really worth? Do I know anything about the market? Have I assessed that yet? So I'm just going to encourage you to really write a business plan out. It's the difference between a thought and a strategy. Because once you have a strategy and you sit down and you write that thing out, you know exactly how to do it now. And you'll see that it's an achievable goal. It's not just some idea that's floating around in the universe. Grab that thing out there, put it down on paper, and someone who reads it, they'll know exactly what you're worth. They can get a good idea of you saying, hey, look, I can make millions of dollars off of this. Or you might find out that maybe you won't. Maybe you don't need that. But just write it down, put it on paper. And there's so many different places that will help you with it. There are places that really help me out, like Comba, Increase CDC, the SBA, SCORE. There's so many resources. There's these great marketing places that they're helping all the time. Business education is so free, especially if you're in Columbus, Ohio. So don't let what you don't know stop you at all. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You can't say I don't know that. There's an excuse. That's not it. People are doing it. They're waking up and they're doing it. So every day do something and set yourself strict hours for getting those things done. Say between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. I'm going to write my business plan. It could be between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's the time that you spend on social media trying to network and connect with other people. Find mentors in life. That's one of the harsh realities that you never stop growing. I mean, you can stop, but you really have to commit to your growth. There are no more milestones, after you're an adult, after you've hit a certain age, there's no more milestones in your growth and development. No one is telling you what you have to do. At this point, you have to commit to maturing. And there's no cap on maturity. There's no cap on spiritual, mental development. You just keep going, and you really have to say, I'm going to get better. I'm going to be a better person today than I was yesterday. I'm going to learn more today than I was yesterday. That 5 to 7 p.m. that you spend committed to doing something, it could be reading a book. Find books, about people who are trying to do what you've done. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I'm telling you, whatever you think your obstacles are, whether you're a mom, you have kids, you're a father, you have debt, you've got student loans, someone overcame that obstacle. Somebody did. So find books of people who've overcome success. Get away from the whole idea that you want to connect with people that can relate to your struggle. Forget that. It doesn't matter anymore. If you really want out, if you really want your struggles to be behind you, you got to put it behind you. And you need to find people who have overcome. People are overcoming things all the time, every day, and it's because they want to. So I'm just going to encourage you, and I'm sure those of you can find all kinds of sources and scriptures and words of wisdom that match what I'm saying, but just have one mind about what you're going to do. I'm going to do this. Don't say if. Forget if, forget if you think it's going to work out. Forget things that you think could work for you. Find something that you're willing to work and commit yourself to that journey, because it is a journey. Be patient with yourself in the process. Be patient with others. Learn how to forgive and let things go. There's a lot of disappointment. No matter what you choose, you're not going to find something that's easy. I can promise you that. It's hard to fail, and it's hard to win. And it's hard to be poor, and it's hard to be rich. Everything has its challenge, and everything has its cost. So I'm going to encourage you to choose the path that has the greatest reward. If everything is hard, then choose the path that has the greatest reward at the end. Invest. There are people who spend their money all the time. You can spend, but what's going to bring you a return? When you look back at your life, did you just spend your time, or did you invest it? And that's what you want. You want a life full of assets and not liabilities, things that just take from you. You want things that add to you. So I just want to encourage you today to, whoever's in your circle, whoever are your takers, the things in your bank account that takes from you, the things that are in your time schedule, the things that take and they don't give back. I'm going to encourage you to get rid of all the things, all the dead ends in your life, if you really want to throw yourself forward. If you want to own a home one day, connect with other homeowners, because they will push you and they'll tell you what to do. You need to be around people who are willing to teach you, people who care about you, and they don't want anything but to see you successful. There are those people in life, and we really do have to commit to appreciating those people who will push us no matter what into our future, into our success, the people who care about our journey, the people who care about seeing us be prosperous. Not just the ones that say you can do it, and that's great, but what about the people who will tell you how? And that's what you want. You don't need cheerleaders, you need coaches sometime. Cheerleaders are great, but find you a coach and listen to them and respect everything that they have to say. And before you know it, you'll look back and you won't recognize your life. And it can take a year, it can take 10 years. As long as you want to get it started, just commit to that journey, be a part of it, have fun with it, enjoy it, enjoy the journey. Don't get so focused on your goals that you don't enjoy the process of getting there. Because the finish line, it always moves. You set a goal, say I want to make 100,000, and then you find out, well, I want to make 200,000. Well, I need 1 million, and it just keeps pushing. So I just want to encourage you that everything costs. There's nothing that's easy. Nothing is easy. You'll never find an easy road. It's really hard. Life is hard. So if it's going to be hard, do the kind of hard that is going to benefit you in the end, that's going to give you the results that you want. It's hard to be fat and it's hard to be fit. So which one do you want to be? You know what I mean? Either way it goes, everything is tough. And I think that sometimes we're always trying to look for an easy road. Some people want to be entrepreneurs because they think it's easier. It's not easier. Nothing is easy. Nothing is. So just get over that. If that's what's stopping you from achieving your goal today, if that's what's stopping you from your dream, is you think it's going to be hard, let that idea go. Everything is. I bet it's hard to sit at work day in and day out for 10 hours doing something you don't like. I'm sure that's hard too. So if it's all hard, then do you. Do the thing that you were made for. And I just want to encourage you on that. It's very important that you commit to it. Don't have any other mind about it. Be flexible when it comes to how to achieve your goal. That's what's important. You know, you'll find out, hey, look, that wasn't the way. You know what? They shouldn't be involved. You're going to learn a lot of things along that journey. Be flexible, be pliable, but be focused. So anyhow, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in, chiming and listening. Please share this video with someone who could use a word of encouragement. Like I said, find the right people. You might need a whole new circle, and that's okay too. It's hard to have good friends. It's hard to have bad ones. So go ahead. If you got to reshape your circle, if you got to get away from people who can't move you up, that's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it's not that we don't love each other. Sometimes we're just not part of each other's destiny anymore. Sometimes people have gotten you as far as they could go, and that's okay. But anyhow, much love. Hope you guys enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you soon.